Okay, so we are recording. Hello, I'm so excited to be hosting this tonight. I reached out to Amanda because I know this is like Amanda's Monday night thing. We love hearing from Amanda, but I was like, listen, I need to get my girl Ashley on. Like, you gotta let us take over on Monday, please. And of course, Amanda's like more than willing. She was like, take the torch, go ahead, kill it, do your thing. So I have Ashley on, and I'm not gonna take up too much time because I really want you to hear from her tonight. But I want to share a little bit like my journey in my relationship with Ashley, because when I met her, number one, she gave me the ring around forever. Okay. Like, she was one of those ones that was like, I want to do it. Wait, I'm scared. I want to do it. And then she would disappear and she would ghost me. And then I want to do it. But like, what if I can't find anyone to like sell to? What if no one wants to buy it from me? Like those fears, right? So what was like a year? It was a while.
2 years.
2 years. Holy
Two.
crap.
2 years.
Solid years, you guys. And so she watched forever and ran around me with it forever. But this the importance of staying consistent is like, she may have been scared and she may have been nervous, but she was seeing my stuff constantly. Like, I knew the timing like wasn't right for her then, and it would be eventually. And so she ended up signing up after 2 years, and
I
she
shocked the crap out of you.
she knows
Just so
that
you know.
she knows that I love her when I say this, but when she first started, you guys, it was very like, I wanted to pull my hair out because it was like, oh, no one wants this. I can't get sales. I'm struggling. Like, I feel stuck. And I'm like, woman, like I wanted to like shake her because I saw so much in her that she didn't see in herself. She was like, not as confident, not as loud and proud about it. It was very like reserved, and just seeing her blossom into this person now where she's like going live. She's like doing reels, dancing in her kitchen with her kids. She is literally top PPA for the last like 3 months. She's been top PPA on our organization. She earned the $4,000 bonus when there was like the last bonuses that were out. She earned every single payout. And I remember she would message me Sunday night. We had a little chat of everybody that had earned one of those bonuses to like maintenance, like to talk everyone through it, like maintaining their bonus. And every Sunday, or like not even Sunday, but like days before the week would end, she'd be like, got my PPA, maintaining my bonus. And I'm like, the week just started. What do you mean? Like, the week just started, you're maintaining it already? Whoa, okay, rub it in. And so she got all that. And then last month she hit the 12K bonus, and she got that. And then her auto bonus as well with that 12K. So bad ass. And I want you guys to hear her story, because a lot of times we don't come in running, or we don't come in, hair on fire. We come in timid and nervous and scared and unsure of ourselves. And that was her and her journey. Like, she's just blossomed. I'm going to shut up now. Okay. So Ashley, at what point, like, go through your story. Like, how did you first like become interested in Thrive? Like, what was it for you that you were finally like, okay, I've got to do this? And then tell us a little bit about like your journey.
So, well, first of all, I really was looking for something to gain weight, and no other company like really promotes gaining weight. And I tried protein shakes, I worked out, it didn't matter what I did. I stayed at the same weight for a long time since I was in high school, since actually before that. And I had watched Katie and watched all the stuff that she was doing with just selling and using these products and feeling good and this and that. And one of the first questions that I asked her was, okay, if you're losing weight, how is this going to make me gain weight? Because I do not want to lose weight. And I think that was one of the huge parts of me not jumping in right away. Because I didn't believe her. I was like, there's no way that it can just do both, but it does. And it did. I feel great. I gain weight, and yeah. So I remember the night that I really was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I did not tell my boyfriend. I was really scared to tell him because I knew he was not going to be for it. And it took him a while to be for it. But I was sitting in my back room, literally spinning in my office chair. And I was like, okay, I'm going to message Katie. I had just received my last unemployment check. I was working at Geneseo College for almost 6 years. I was pregnant and I was working 6 days a week, 12-hour days. And I told them, like, after I have this baby and I come back, I'm not doing this. I can't do this. That's too much time away from my kids. That's too much time just being here anyways. So I had my son and then COVID hit. I was off for like a whole year with him because of it. I had already started another business through my house because I wanted extra income. And it was a lot of work. I was baking and selling baked goods, and it was just a lot of work. And during COVID, people didn't want to buy baked goods from your house. And so I sat in my back room, spinning around in my chair, and I'm like, something's got to give. I have my last unemployment check. I'm going back to the college in 2-3 weeks. Something's gotta like change. And I took it and I messaged Katie and I said, this is the time. How do I sign up? I have the money. And I did. I took my last unemployment check and I spent it on a package. When I first got the products, I was so scared to take them. I did not want to take them. I stared at the box and I was like, I don't even know what to do with this. But I did, and it took me a while to really get like the formula that I had to take because everybody's body is different. So like I really like Black Label. I'm not big on the premium patch. The capsules were like, I'm so tiny to begin with, so it was like a lot for me. But I started, and yeah, I love the products. I love the shakes. That was one of the biggest things, was I was looking for a shake that would help me gain weight and didn't taste like protein.
What would you say was the biggest difference? Because like when you started, like Monique had said something in the chat the other day when we said that we were going to do this, that she had a specific memory of you when you were brand new and you had just started, and it was a Tuesday and everyone got paid, and you came in the chat and you said, still no pay, but I'm going to keep going. And you know, the next week, still no pay, but I'm not giving up. And now look at you. You're like, got my bonus, maintained my bonus, earned another bonus, got my auto bonus, earned another bonus. So like, what shifted in you? Because I feel like when you started, like you hit that end low. Like you're like, I got to do this. Like, what do they call it? Like the rock bottom, right? You like spinning in your office chair or whatever, and you're like, something's got to give. You hit that moment where you were like, I'm doing this. What was the moment in your business where like you found what worked for you and you just ran with it? And then like, what is it? What does a day in the life of Ashley look like? Because if you're in our chats with Ashley, she's like, ding, collagen gummies sold, ding, detox sold, ding, 3 boxes of shake sold, like, holy crap, you know? And so what was that change in you? What are you doing differently behind the scenes? Like, share all the things.
So what I noticed so you can't run this business like the wrong way. You can't. Everybody runs it how they need to run it. But one of the biggest things that I noticed, that I run it different, and it took me a while to really understand this. Everybody really pushes the 3 steps, is constantly on their Facebook every morning, taking the 3 steps, and wants everybody to buy the 3 steps. I share about the 3 steps, but that's not my main focus. I honestly, when somebody gets in my inbox, I personalize the crap out of their package. I don't just say, yep, 3 steps. And me knowing, like, before I couldn't afford the 3 steps, I know other people out there can't either. Like, yes, I know there's tons of people that can, and just because they say that they can't doesn't mean that can't.
But some people really can't. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe they're just using that as a cover up to not buy right now either. But I don't like get on every single morning and post about the 3 steps. Right now is Lent season, so detoxing is huge. You know, a lot of people fast during Lent. So right now I have been talking about to everybody about a detox. And I tell them straight out, like, you find 3 people to do your detox with, I will give you yours for free. Like, that's all you have to do is find 3 people. Or right now, because I'm not using the 3 steps, I promote the crap out of our collagen products because I have no stretch marks and I'm 9 months pregnant. Like, that's crazy. A lot of people can't say that. So I really break it down to our products and really customize and make the person feel like I'm creating that package for them instead of just saying 3 steps, 3 steps, 3 steps. I do a huge thing about, like, you buy your vitamins and you'll get your kids' vitamins for free. I posted something on my Facebook stories about what vitamins does your kids take, and I had people blowing up my stuff about, like, oh, my kids hate vitamins, they won't take them and this and that. And I'm like, girl, you got to try my hours, because my kids beg for more vitamins every morning. Even my 3-year-old like asks for more. So when I really realized, like, okay, I'm going to take a different approach on this and stop just promoting the 3 steps, it really took off. And yeah, they're smaller sales, but if you can get 5 people to buy $30 of gummies, that's 5 sales instead of none.
Yes. And I love that so much too, because it's like, if you have one person and maybe the 3 steps aren't their jam, right? But you like push it on them anyways, and maybe you get lucky enough and they do order those 3 steps from you.
Right.
They might not order again because they feel like you didn't care. You didn't customize their pack. You didn't figure out like what they wanted. They felt like a number to you. And so they're not going to keep ordering. You know what I mean? Like, you might get an order that one time, but they probably won't again. Or, you know, if I am trying to talk to someone, they're like, you know, I really don't like shakes. And I'm like, oh, no, but ours are so good. It's like, no, I don't want the shakes. You know what I mean? You don't want to push that on someone. You don't want someone to feel like you're just out there to get that sale. I love our shakes and I will love them through and through, and I will talk about them. But I have people who just order the vitamins and the DFTs. And I have people that just order the shakes. And what Ashley's doing is when she's customizing these packs, so you might push 3 steps on someone and they might order one time, but never again. When you're customizing these packs and you're like, look, you want to get you some vitamins for yourself, some vitamins for your kids, you know, the detox. I don't know like a lot about Lent, but like thirst to hydrate, can you drink with Lent? Like when you're fasting? I don't know. I don't know.
You can, Lent is just a 40-day period before Easter that you give up something. Or you start something else.
Right, shrimp egg rolls, and you guys can't see them over here. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like with the detox, you could say, hey, we're gonna do some detox and some thirst to keep you hydrated, or the activate, you know, if you feel like that groggy, slumpy, whatever. And so by customizing people's packs like that, you're gonna have, I don't know, what is that? Okay, I think I got it. Sorry. When you're customizing people's packs like that, you're gonna have happy people. And then what do happy people do? They reorder. Because a lot of times she's like, ding, returning customer, ding, returning customer, ding, returning customer, because people are like, she cares. She wants me to feel good and she's gonna customize this for me. And she's doing sales. Like I've seen you do like the buy your vitamins, get your kids vitamins, or like, you know, raid my stash. I've seen you go on there and she got a big old stash and she's like, okay, what do y'all want? I got a ton of stuff, right? And so that's custom to people. And I love that. So what do you think? What is like a non-negotiable list for you? So let's answer this question. Megan says, how do you customize for them? I find navigating through the plus line to be a little difficult. I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna let you answer that, but I just ask them what their goals are, is what I would, you know, if they come to me, hey, I want information on Thrive. I would say, great, like we got a ton of stuff. What are your goals? How would you address that? How do you customize for people?
So, two top questions that I ask every single person. Do you have any allergies? And what is your caffeine intake? I had a lady message me today and said, I barely drink any caffeine. I might have a cup of coffee once a week. Well, our capsules might not be good for her, because that might be too much caffeine for her.
Definitely not 2 capsules. Some people have to start on 1.
Right. I also asked them, are you good with pills? If they're not good with pills, which some people aren't, all of our pills, I probably shouldn't suggest to them. I asked them, how much time do you have in your morning? Do you have 5 minutes? Do you have a half an hour? Do you purposely get up 2 hours before you have to go to work? That's going to make a huge difference. I have a lady that said, I have 5 kids and I have no time in the morning. She literally uses Tac Patch and Black Label, and she's lost like 25 pounds in the last 4 months.
Just wakes up like, done.
Yep. She slaps it on and goes. She goes, it takes no time, but she's happy with what she gets because it's working.
Yeah. I love that. So definitely ask the questions and don't be afraid to. I feel like a lot of times when someone messages us, we just get so excited and we're like, we got to sell them right now or they're going to disappear, No, you guys customize what they want. Ask what their goals are. Do you have any allergies? Because if they have a shellfish allergy, it'd be good to know it's in our capsules, right? Then you could recommend the gummies to them or something like different, right? So don't think that you just need to hop down their throat and sell these 3 steps, and if they're interested in the 3 steps, like if I make a post and I'm talking about the 3 steps and what they've done for me, and someone reaches out regarding that post, I'm going to assume they were reaching out regarding the 3 steps, right? Because that's what my post was about. So then I'll assume the 3 steps, of course, but I'll still customize that as well. Are you looking for just some energy? Do you want some mood support, appetite control? Like I'll go in my stories too, and I alternate my DFTs. So I'll have like the TAC, I'll have Black Label Ultra, and I'll say, hey, look, I'm pairing my Ultra today. If you're someone who snacks, this lifestyle mix here paired with this Ultra is going to be your best freaking friend. I promise you. Like sometimes I'll set timers to eat, right? Because everyone's different. And so I'll ask them if they're interested in the 3 steps, like what is your goal for your DFTs? And for me, a lot of times, you guys, aside from the burn, I do not do this with the burn. But a lot of times with my credits, I'll cover their upcharge to a different DFT because the Black Label and the TAC, it's like $14, which is technically the same price of shipping. You know what I mean? The burn is more obviously. So I'll say like the burn, I'll give them some, but not the whole upgrade charge. But don't be afraid to customize it for people. You're going to make happy customers and they're going to love you a long time and they're going to return over and over and over again because they feel like you care and they know that you care. Now walk us through like your day, Ashley. What are some non-negotiables that you do every single day? Like you do happy birthdays, like post on Facebook. I know that you do reels. I've seen you do reels. I know you do lives. Do you have a system or are you just like?
Oh girl, I do not have a system.
Okay, next question.
I wake up and I just go with the day. Because there's some mornings that I wake up with Colton at 7:30 in the morning. There is some mornings like today, we slept till 11. So that morning period for people is gone.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that I'm going to say in the morning, I'm not doing today. I do not have a system for that, like day-to-day system. I do
anything though that's like a non-negotiable, like that you will do every single day regardless?
So I do have 2 days during a week, one in the beginning of the week and one at the end for follow-ups. Because it's so important to follow up with people, not even like the people that haven't bought yet, but your current customers, see how they're doing, especially your teammates. If you see somebody that hasn't made a sale in a week or 2, check on them. If they haven't been posting in the group, check on them. Check on your current customers. Say, hey, how do you like the products? If they look at your auto ships, if you notice that you dropped in an auto ship, message them and say, hey, how do you like the products? What's going on? There might be, money issues. There might be just, you need to switch out a product or they don't want to do it this month. You have to, more questions you ask your customers, more they feel appreciative and like you're their friend and not just, like Katie said, a number or a paycheck to them. You really want them to feel like you are there to help them.
Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. And you guys, follow-ups too don't necessarily have to be like, oh, are you ready to buy yet? Like, one of my IPAs every single day is to follow up accordingly. I always will say that it's to follow up accordingly. And if you guys have questions for Ashley at all, pop them in the chat too. I want to make sure we answer, or for me, or for anyone, just anyone in general, just pop questions. I'll read them.
When I follow up with a customer that hasn't bought yet, I never message them and say, hey, are you ready to buy yet? Hey, have you gotten paid yet? Hey, it's Wednesday. You said you got paid today. I literally say, hey, hope you're doing well. Or, hey, how are you today? Or good morning. It's really shitty weather outside. Like something totally out of topic. And 9 times out of 10, couple messages down the PM or whatever, they will either say, hey, I've been looking through your website. I'm just not quite ready yet. Or, I have been thinking about doing it. Or, hey, I am ready to buy now. Let's get it done. So they usually bring it up.
A lot of times they do bring it up too. And something that I'll do, you guys, well, number one, following up is not always, like Ashley said, are you guys ready? Are you ready to order? Are you ready to buy yet? You know, following up is literally just keeping yourself at the forefront of their mind. So what I do is on Facebook, you can actually, I don't know about Android or Samsung. I don't know about all those, but I know for iPhone on Facebook, you can create lists. So you can like favorite people on your friends list. And so when someone reaches out to me and they're interested, I automatically will go right to their page and I will favorite them. So when I'm going through my list, I have a news feed specifically of my favorited people. And now I have a news feed specifically of my potentials. And so I can love on their photos, I can comment on their photos, I can watch their stories, and I can engage and I can interact without being salesy. You know what I mean? And if I am going to follow up, let's say, you know, Michaela reached out to me and she was interested today, right? She had questions today. And then maybe she left me on red. We talked about it a little bit and then she stopped responding. I could reach out to her in the morning and not necessarily say, hey, Michaela, are you ready to order yet? But a lot of times I will say, hey, good morning. Just wanted to reach out since we talked last night and see if you had any other questions for me that I could answer for you. Because a lot of times they, you know, it's a reservation, a money issue, or they're not interested in whatever you tried to customize them. They're like, you know, I kind of want to try it, but I'm just not into the shakes. Like you could figure out their reservations or why they're hesitant. And then you could go from there and talk them through whatever that may be. A lot of times, sorry, I'm still reading the chat. A lot of times as well, we have, you know, the customer page, get them into our customer page. Do you have a video that you can send people when they're interested? I have a live video that I did on my page that I will send people when they're interested. If you're in my organization, we have a sneak peek into our team page, so you can get them in there. And then we have a lot of stuff that goes over, you know, what it entails as a promoter. So the resources are there. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Ashley, is there anything else that you wanted to share? I'm just trying to go through the chat. You guys, if you have any questions, let me know.
Yeah, 2 things. So I know a lot of people do like self goals, like, okay, this week I'm going to try to make a sale every single day, or I'm going to work on samples and get 10 samples out this week. Don't forget about your team. I don't want to say competitions, but like friendly competitions with my team. You know, I will literally, so the beginning of this month, we were really shy of hitting 4K within 7 days. And I literally told my team, I go, if we hit 4K by the 8th at midnight, everybody that is active that has sales underneath them, other than their own, is getting a free gift from me. Like, encourage them, make them feel like, you know, your part of your volume is them. So don't ever leave them out. You know what I mean? Send special gifts to them. I've gotten special gifts from Katie, and it makes you feel good. It's like, oh, she didn't forget about me.
No, never, ever. Yeah.
They're there to help you. You're not doing it by yourself. So don't ever forget about them. You can only be as strong as your team is. And that's huge.
I love the competition thing too, though, because so last Monday, I don't know if you guys remember, but Amanda had challenged us all to get out 10 minis. From Monday to Monday, she's like, 7 days, can you guys get out 10 minis? And I unfortunately did not. I did try very, very hard. And I talked about minis in my stories. I shared that I was sending them out. I did a little mini sale. I went through like in my stories and explained what comes in each one. And I got out 4, so better than nothing, right? But I truly believe that is 4 more than I would have gotten out had she not challenged us to do so. Because when she was talking about getting those minis out, it was almost like a slap in the face in a good way, in the best way possible. That it was like, damn, I haven't talked about minis in a long time. I've been focusing on the opportunity because of the bonuses. Of course, I've been heavily focusing on the opportunity and sharing the bonuses. But what did I do when I started? I got minis out. I sent a ton of minis out. And so that really challenged me to get back to those basics and to start talking about samples. I got 4 of them out. And so I didn't get the 10 that she, challenged us to get, but I got 4 more out than I think that I would have. So the friendly competition is good, you guys. I love that. I love that so much. So if you have a sideline or upline, downline, and you're like, hey, let's everyone challenge, let's everyone try to get a mini out today. Let's everyone try to have 5 new conversations, and I'm a firm believer, and I know everyone is different. We did a Zoom, our team with Lindsay Coggin, and her and I are different in the way where like she believes that you are 100% in charge of your enrollments. And I don't believe that. I mean, to each their own. Her and I are always like, listen, take what you need, leave what you don't. Like everyone leads differently. Like Ashley had said, everyone builds differently, everyone believes differently, we all grow differently. And so for me, I don't think that we're 100% in charge of our enrollments, but I do believe that we're 100% in charge of the action required for the enrollments, right? Mm-hmm. We're in charge of the conversations. We're in charge of talking about the minis. We're in charge of going live. We're in charge of, thriving for free, taking care of our customers. So make sure that you're doing that. And when I set my goals, like I might have a goal to get a mini out, or talk about minis. My goal today is to talk about minis. My goal tomorrow is to talk about the opportunity. My goal the day after that is to have 5 new conversations. Set your goals to be something that are achievable, that without a shadow of a doubt you can achieve. Because if you wake up in the morning and you're like, my goal today is 5 customers, and you don't get those 5 customers, what happens? You go to bed and you feel defeated. Like I didn't hit my goal. I'm a POS. Like I suck at this, right? But that's uncontrollable. You can't control that unless you're like going to their house and you're like, give me your money. You know what I mean? Like you can't do anything about it. So, but if you set your goal to be, I'm going to go live and talk about my 3 steps and pack up a trial on a live video and offer them to people. And I'm going to interact today, and I'm going to new relationships, and I'm going to grow my network. If you did that, you hit your goal. You know what I'm saying? And like that right there is what is going to lead to those enrollments. And I'll tell people all the time, I'm like, listen, enrollments come from excitement. Okay. So, and excitement comes from your action. So when you do, it's like a circle. It's literally a circle. You stay consistent and you put forward the action, you get the results, and the results make you excited. A lot of people are like, I don't want to work my business because I'm not excited. I don't feel like working my business today because I'm not excited. Well, guess what? I'm not excited every day either. Ashley's 9 months pregnant. I know she's not excited to wake up every day and work her business. Okay. We got Savannah on here. Savannah's like 6 months pregnant. She ain't excited either. I know we don't wake up all just like pooping out butterflies and rainbows here. We have kids that get sick. We have arguments with our spouse. Maybe your water pipe broke or froze, or we had all these ice storms, right? Brittany Haynes down south, her pipes busted and her house was flooded for like 4 days. You think she wanted to show up? Right? So people say, I don't want to show, I'm not excited today. I don't feel motivated. Well, you know what creates that? Action. Because without your action gets you the results. And what happens when you get a result? What happens when you sell a mini? What happens when you enroll a customer? What happens when you grow your team? You get excited. And then when you're excited, it's more action. It's literally like this. So if you're someone right now who's not excited, I would encourage you to just take action, even if you don't feel like it. I shared in our chat earlier, our team passed 5,000 people on our team. Today I was like, oh yeah, welcome back. But I shared it in our chat and I'm like, you guys, like, stop giving up on yourselves, stop giving up on, and this is gonna sound blunt, but stop giving up on your kids, stop giving up on your spouse. You joined for a reason. I believe in God, that's just me, okay? And I think he put you here for a reason. I think that you were presented this opportunity for a reason. You're on this team for a reason. Don't waste that. Not everyone, you think everyone feels like going to work every day? Oh my God, when I was working in the food industry, I didn't feel like going to work ever, any day. Like negative times that I ever want to go to work. But what happens when you don't go to work? If you have a 9-to-5 job and you're on here, what happens if you don't go to work? You don't make money. You're not paid, right? You're not going to call your boss and go, hey, look, not really feeling like coming in today. So like, I'll see you tomorrow, maybe if I feel like coming in then. You're not going to get paid for that. This is no different. So if you're not excited to show up and work your business, do it anyways. And I hope that doesn't sound like too harsh or too blunt for some people. But there's a freaking saying, I can't remember what it is, but basically like the stuff that you do through the storm, it's going to be like, it's going to be worth it. Basically it. Ashley, I'm going to shut up. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Yeah, you definitely have to stay consistent and passionate about it. I'm not saying you have to get up every single morning and post. But I mean, even if you take every Sunday off, you still, I mean, people will notice that, like, okay, every Monday she's going to get on here and she's going to tell me a goal that she does today, or every Wednesday she's going to tell me something silly that her kids did. And my next post could be about Thrive. One huge thing, if you are big into your stories on Facebook, post something like your kids, food, your pets, something that people are going to want to see before you post your Thrive. Because if they see your Thrive up there, they're not going to click it.
You want to do me a favor and say that? Want to do me a favor and say that again? Not only that too, but what I've noticed is like when you're posting things, I try to post stuff in my story that will get interaction. I'm not the person that's like, oh, mayonnaise or Miracle Whip, like Coke or Pepsi. I feel like people don't care about that kind of stuff, but like genuine interactions. So when we got our family photos done, I laid out all my clothes and I'm like, I put a poll in there and I'm like, which color scheme?
Yep.
Like, I'm just indecisive, which color scheme? Or I want to go on there and ask people like, what do you do for closet space? I buy too many clothes. I'm out of closet space. Like, what do y'all do? Is there any contraptions I can buy that help store my clothes like in my closet? Because I don't want them all in bins, So ask for interaction in authentic ways. When Kaylee, my daughter, was younger, she went through this biting stage. And oh God, it drove me nuts. But I'm like, what do y'all do to like stop your kids from biting? I was like, I don't want to bite her back, but I'm about to. What do y'all do? And people love to give their opinions. If I post funny things that my kids do, if you get a bunch of heart reactions or a bunch of laugh reactions or responses to your stories, your views skyrocket. I'm telling you, whenever I go on a getaway, my views skyrocket because everyone's hearting my stories or telling me how beautiful the resort is. Whenever I post a poll asking for engagement, my views skyrocket. Whenever you use those interactive stickers that people can engage with, it skyrockets. Posted a photo at the gym this morning and I had a little slide thing and I said, who's working out with me? You know what I mean? Julianne Lundy literally just didn't even slide it at all. She like touched it and it didn't slide at all unless she's like, I'm not working out today. But get that interaction from people and it will boost your story views. And then you can even go through and you can interact with people that have viewed your story and keep them in your algorithm. You know what I mean? Because I'll go through my stories when my views are high like that. And I'll see people that I don't even like know that I never knew that I was friends with. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but I love Go ahead.
I get more customers off of my stories than I do on my Facebook posts. Yes. Like, and it's so simple and easy to post stories. Even if I don't go live on there, like with the balance and biotic slides that we shared in our group chat, I literally got like 5 new customers off of those. But I made sure like I posted a picture of my son first, or a food, something, or even a show that I was watching. And then when they clicked through, they saw those. Literally, my Facebook and my PMs blew up about those slides, and it was just balanced and biotic. And then at the end of them, I said, everybody gets $20 off when you order this week. Like,
Urgency. Create urgency.
huge.
Yeah, that's a big one. Is to create urgency. And
Yes.
I'm not a big fan. So in my last business, and if you know, it was like 3 spots left. Like I only got 3 spots left. And I hate that with sales, because it's like, don't lie. If I was number 4, you would take my money. You know you would, right? And so when I'm talking about with something like that, I always am sure to mention my credits. I'm like, look, I've got enough credits to help 5 people. It's not like, oh, I got 5 spots left. Like if you want to be number 6, you can order, absolutely. But I have enough credits to help 5 people, or this weekend only. It's not like a 2
Right.
spots left. It's like this weekend only, and I tell people too, when they get a mini from me, Tiffany, what are you laughing at? When people get a mini, she's getting yelled at now. My bad. I'm sorry. When people get a mini from me, something that I personally do is whatever they bought their mini for. And if you do free ones, you could just like play with it and see what works best for you. So everyone's different. I personally sell my minis, even if it's for $10. Right now I'm doing a $10 sale. I think that they need to have some skin in the game. I've won free like coffee samples from, I don't even know what the company was, but I threw them out. I never even used them. I didn't pay for them. Like she just mailed me a week of them. They sat in my cupboard, and I was like, this is like chicken bones. I threw it out. And so just $5, $10, some skin in the game, right? But what I do when they get that mini from me is I let them know, day one, when they message me and they're like, I love this, or I love the way the shakes taste, or I love how simple this is. I let them know, if you want to place your order within your mini, so within your 3 days, I will reimburse you the cost of that mini off of your order. So if they paid $25, then I'm going to give them $25 off their order. And guess what? They just got that mini for free. They just got to try it. So now it was a free sample. You know what I mean? So they got that for free. They got that money off, and it gives them the incentive. So on day 3, when they're running around like a crazy person and they're like, I don't want to lose this feeling. I feel so good. I don't want to go without. They're going to be like, oh man, this is the last day I can order and get that money off. And so a lot of times when I'm signing people up that are on their mini, that's why I'm like, it's that urgency. I'm not lying to them. Yeah, you can message me in a week from now, but most I'm probably going to do is cover your shipping. Like, you know what I mean? So I'll give them that little extra push of a reason to order during their mini, or $20 off this weekend. There's a reason why when we have sales, the promoter appreciation, or a lot of times, we'll do, for a long time, they did like free shakes with certain orders, or the extra goodies, or credit rebates. There's a reason that you sell more during those weeks. It's because people want a sale, you guys. I signed up with double, triple fast starts. I got money off my kit. Right. And so that's why I'm never stingy with helping people with my credits. I'm never stingy with offering some cash back. Like if you can't offer all the cash back, your fast start bonus, offer half of it. Give them half back. You still make the half. You know what I mean? You never know who just needs a little bit of a discount. Whoever just needs some free shipping. Somebody might have been watching you for 6 months, and the second you go, hey, I'm going to cover your shipping, they're like, that's it, I'm in. Or I'm going to give you a free bottle of gummies. That's it. They're in. So don't underestimate the power of that. But I will also say too, is don't, and I don't know about you, Ashley, again, we are all different. So if you hear me say something and you're like, ew, no, don't take it. Okay. Like, it's fine. I don't care. My feelings are not hurt. If you hear Ashley say something and you're like, could never do that, like, that's fine. If you're a system, like when you said you didn't have a system, I was like, oh my God. Because I do, like, my anxiety would never let me not have one, but we're so different, and so what I do is I will offer sales from time to time, but I don't do a sale like back to back, because then people go, why are your products always on sale? Why is there always a sale? Like, are you constantly trying to get rid of them? You know what I mean? And if you always have a sale, you never have one. They're not as important to people. They're not as special. So if you do a sale like once every week or once, whatever, you could do like a flash sale Friday. So people, you know what I mean? Try that flash sale Friday. You get free shipping or a free bottle of gummies. Get creative with it. A lot of this is learning and evolving and trying different things to see what sticks. If you've been here for 6+ months and what did I do? I didn't call you on Monday, did I? Maybe I did. I don't know, whatever. Moving on. If you've been here for like 6+ months and you feel like you're banging your head against the wall, what you're doing is not working, right? No, I'm not.
Get creative.
Yeah, change it up. I think that you should commit. I don't think that you should try something for a week and then give up on it. I've always believed in the 6-month rule. So, don't just go live once a week for 2 weeks and say it didn't work. Give it 6 months. Go live once a week for 6 months. And then if it didn't work, pivot. Go in your stories and be face-to-face consistently for 6 months. And then if it doesn't work, pivot. Everyone's network is different, okay? Julianne Lundy will talk in her stories for like 10 minutes and she'll just like, she'll dance with her kids. Like, she's a customer enrolling machine. That doesn't work for my network. My network is like squirrel. Like, I don't know what's, it doesn't work for me. So I have to figure out what works for me. And so if you've been here for like 6+ months and you've been doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, and it's not working, you need to pivot, whether it be starting to go live, starting to do double lives, starting to do reels if you haven't yet. Get your ass on TikTok, you guys. I can't say this enough. That sounded so mean. I love you so much. Get on TikTok though, you guys. Megan, if I came out meaner than I meant for it to, get on TikTok. I cannot tell you the amount of people that I have had reach out to me or follow me for information on TikTok. And I'm like, great. I try to get them on Facebook and Instagram. I always want people on multiple platforms for different exposure. Like if you reach out to me on Instagram, you're adding me on Facebook. You know what I mean? Like always. But on TikTok, I've had people reach out to me and they were like, I'm not on Facebook or Instagram. People that I would have never connected with had I not been on TikTok. So if what you're doing is not working, just pivot, try something new and give it 6 months. Okay. I would recommend really focusing heavily on opportunity stories. There was a girl on our team like 2 years ago, and I'm not gonna say her name, but on January 1st, like 2 years ago, we agreed we were going to talk about the opportunity every single day. So her and I built this business together, a lot of it, and then we went through some really shitty seasons and a lot of people fell off. Sales plummeted, like we had to pick ourselves up and rebuild. So we decided January 1st one year that we were going to talk about the opportunity every single day in some way, shape, or form, whether it be in a post, in a story, in a live, somehow we were going to talk about it. And we commit to it. And about 2 weeks in, she stopped. Okay. And I still love her. She's still here. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Don't ask. But about 2 weeks in, she stopped and I kept going. I did it for the 6 months that I said I was going to do it. And you know what happened? At the end of that 6 months, I enrolled 50 promoters in 1 month with a pack. I'm not talking free promoters. I'm talking promoters with a pack. And I'll never forget the day she messaged me and she said, "What the hell are you doing, Katie? How are you enrolling all these people?" And I said, "I'm doing what we said we were going to do. You stopped. I didn't." So when you are going to pivot and you're going to do something new, give it 6 months. Give it time to work. Give it time to compound. It's like the little itty bitty snowball, right? You're not going to stop it halfway down the mountain. You're going to let it get to the end and it's going to be massive and it's going to be business changing. I'm going to shut up again. Ashley, you want to say anything? You can just be like this and I will stop. Okay.
A few things. So talking about like different things to do, different ideas and everything else. I don't know how many of you guys actually follow my page or look at my stuff. I love games and I use holidays to my advantage. I did a Valentine's thirst bag, or hydration bag. I sold so many freaking sample bags of our plus line items. It was ridiculous.
Yes.
And I've gotten some of my current customers because of that.
She'll be in our chat and she's like, "I sold a Valentine's bag," and our whole chat is like, "Stop.
What the hell is that?
What is that?" Like, I sold a triple good extra gold large bag today, and I'm like, "What the hell?" You know.
St. Patty's Day is coming up. I literally did one of those things on Facebook, pick a number. So there was 6 pots. So there was 6 prizes. Multiple people could pick the same number, whatever. Literally pick a number and you win a prize. So many people messaged me a number and I was like, free shipping, $20 off, free 3-day sample, this, that. Like, they want to play games. They love it.
Yes.
I did Battleship. Literally, you buy squares for $2, and if you hit, you got a sample from me.
That's
and
cool.
if you hit in 3 different spots, you got a free full-size product from me. People love it. People love gambling. People love games, the excitement.
She's feeding the addiction.
Yeah, exactly. Make it exciting for them, especially around holidays. Like, use every single holiday to your advantage. Because
You know what I've seen people do too is like on Christmas, like the 12 days of Christmas. There's a sale every day, the 12 days leading up to Christmas. I've seen people do goodie bags. So like not goodie bags, maybe they're goodie bags, but like for $15, you know, you get 5 plus line products of my choice.
That's
like,
exactly what I do. That's what my Valentine's bag was. I've done it multiple times. And a lot of the times it's Thirst, Cafe, Activate, Pink Pro, and then one of my choice, whatever else I have. And stock up on these products when there's BOGO sales and stuff like that. Or I'll do like 2 days of capsules and the rest drink items. Every bag could be different. They don't know what they're getting. Of course, I ask them, like, do you drink caffeine and what's your allergies? So I'm not giving them Activate if they're not drinking caffeine. Or if they're allergic to shellfish, I'm not going to give them the capsules. So I make sure what I'm giving them, they're actually going to use. But get creative and take advantage of our sales because it's going to help you in the long run. Also, another huge thing that helps me out, if I personally need a product, like I've been searching for a baby safe laundry detergent from another company like ours, for somebody personally selling soap. I was looking and looking and looking, and I found a company that has it. I literally posted on Facebook, does anybody sell this? And people flooded my inbox because they want to make the sale. And you know what I say? Hey, I'm interested in your product. I also sell this. Are you interested in an order swap? And people will do it because they want you to buy from them. It gets them to try something. It gets that, and some people will buy it and never order again. I've gotten some of my long-term customers from an order swap before. So if you are interested in other people's stuff, it's a great way to connect and to support each other. There's tons and tons of vendor groups online. Vendors love supporting other vendors. It's huge. There's huge communities out there that literally a whole bunch of vendors are just supporting each other because they know how hard it is, and most likely they have something that you want and you have something that they want.
And I think too, just being in this industry, it's like 90% of the stuff I use is from an MLM. My shampoo, my nails, my cleaning products. I mean, a lot of it is from an MLM because I support the hustle. Like, I support the dream. I would rather support a friend of mine trying to put their kid through dance than some big name CEO who doesn't, give a brass ass about me. So that's a really good idea. And the bags, I love too, that you do like the mix and match stuff. If you're someone that's sitting on a ton of plus line products, do that. Go live and offer goodie bags. You know what I mean? $10 or $15 shipped. I'm going to give you 4 or 5 of these products. We're going to mix them up a little bit. Never underestimate the power of a plus line product, because I've sold minis before. I use the back office minis a lot now. I love how convenient they are, but for a long time, for those of you guys who are newer, we didn't always have those. When I started, we were sending them out the good old fashioned way. We were going to the post office and we were mailing those suckers. And I would slip in a packet of Rest or a packet of, I don't even think we had Thirst back then. Geez, we had Cherry Activate. What we had, cherry and watermelon, all we had back then. But I would slip in a little, extra goodie. And so maybe they tried the 3 steps. And listen, we all love our 3 steps. We're all gung-ho on our 3 steps, but some people, they're just not interested in it right now. And for some people, they might need a plus line to be the stepping stone into the 3 steps.
Yes.
I have sent out minis where I included a packet of Rest, and guess what? 3 years later, every single month, they still have their Rest on an auto ship, because they're like, the 3 steps was good. Yeah, but like, I feel good. Maybe they're a person, they're like a rare unicorn that wakes up feeling good anyways. Not me. Like, I need my Thrive. But maybe they're a person that just like wakes up bubbly as it is. So they're like, yeah, like, I'm good on the energy, but man, I have a hard time shutting my brain off at night. I'm so glad that you sent me that Rest sample. It knocked me out, slept like a husband. It was good, and now they order Rest or Activate, whatever it may be. So don't be afraid to really talk about those plus line products. And it could be a stepping stone into that. I know Mackenzie Chambliss and Chelsea Cooper. Chelsea Cooper's a 200K. She actually just earned that 200K bonus for re-ranking. And then Mackenzie Chambliss had hit 200K a few years back. They both were Balance customers. Did you know that? They both started on Balance.
I sell more plus line items than the 3 steps.
Yes.
No lie.
Don't underestimate a plus line. Are you kidding me? Balance and Biotic? You get someone looking snatched, okay? Don't underestimate. Yes. Yeah, there are 200Ks here that started on a bottle of Balance. Whenever we get those $25 in credits, the first time they ever did the $25 in credits for new accounts, I'm telling you, as a company, as a whole, we probably sold $1 billion alone worth of Balance. It's like, you get Balance and you get Balance and you get, because it was before Sculpt. So it's like everyone just got Balance. And for a long time, it was funny because Jason even says, he's like, I didn't think Balance would be one of our top sellers, and it really is. It is. So if someone's got a money issue or they're, whatever the case may be, ask what their budget is. They reached out to you because they're interested. Don't just go, oh, you can't afford the 160? That's fine. Let me know when you're ready. They reached out because they're still interested. Get their budget. Maybe their budget's $100, and so the 160 there was a little too steep for them. You got to bring it down a little bit. Let's just get you on your capsules. Let's just get you on your capsules. Let's just get you a box of Activate. Oh, you're working out too. Guess what? Activate and Sculpt under $100.
I have a lady that has been getting stuff like nitpicking from me for the last year. I mean, probably for a year now. Like, oh, can I try this? Or, oh, can I get a box of capsules from you? Or can I try the collagen gummies? Do you have this in stock? Because I would like to try this. I threw up those Balance and Biotic pictures. Literally, she was one of the ones that hit me up and was like, set up an auto ship. I'm sold. Let's do it. And then I told her, I go, you know what? I'm going to give you $20 off for doing it. She goes, okay, add in the hair, skin, and nails.
Bam.
She's an auto ship customer now.
And you never know when the right time for someone will be, and I've had this conversation before with a couple people, and they're like 2 weeks in, or a month in, and they're like, why has nobody joined my team yet? And I'm like, okay, well, let me ask you this, Crystal, how long did you watch for? Oh, 8 months. Okay,
you asked me that for the first time the one day when I was complaining, and I was like, 2 years. Don't tell me I have to wait 2 years.
Yep. And so, 2 years is a long time. Okay. But if you're someone that watched for long, I watched for 6 months. And so I know the feelings that were going through my head in those 6 months. And it's unfair for me to not give anyone the same grace that I was given. How long did you watch for? If you watched for a year, Beacon at 4.5 years, Christina, go away. 4.5. She really did. No, 4.5 years. whew, but she's here and that's all that matters now. Like, she wins. If there's a prize for who watched the longest, Christina, you win. Message me after, I'll mail you your prize. Have grace with people, because I think the statistics or something, I don't know the nitty gritty of it, every 6 months people have a life change. You know, you get pregnant, you get married, you get divorced, unfortunately, COVID, you bought a house, you lost a job, you got a new job, like started a relationship, car broke down, I don't know, things happen, right? Look at Ashley. Ashley was doing okay. She was living life. She was fine. She was interested, sort of, kind of, but it was like on the back burner. And then COVID happened. And she was sitting on her last unemployment check. And she was right. She had a bakery. And it's like, who wants to buy baked goods out of my home right now during COVID? That was it for her. And it took that happening. There are people who are ghosting you right now who will be hitting you up 3 months from now because something happened and they're finally ready. And I hope and I pray that you are there when they do, because if you are not, they will still go find someone else. I wish I had $1 for every time someone has messaged me and said, hey, I want to order from you, but the person that I was ordering from or the person that I was talking to doesn't do this anymore. Can you help me? Yep. Hey, there's a girl in my town that used to sell it. I don't think she does anymore, but I kind of want some information. Can we talk about it? They're going to come around. Okay, if they want this, they'll come around eventually. Please be there when they do. That's all I really had, you guys. I don't want to hold them too long because it's been an hour. Ashley, do you have anything else to say before we hop off here? I just appreciate you being
on. Just keep your passion. Don't always, yeah, we all have our down days, but don't, like, we all lose our rank. We all lose customers, we all lose promoters, but for every person that you lose, it just opens up a spot for a new one. You never know when you are going to sign your next 200K leader and they are going to blow you out of the water.
That is so true, you guys. That is so freaking true.
I did not kick off. It took me a while. I enrolled a girl named Kaylee. Within freaking 3 days, 4 days, she's hitting her bonuses, thriving for free, this and that. And I'm like, holy shit, where did this girl come from?
She hit 4K.
Yeah.
Yes, like, you guys, don't give up in this struggle. That's just so important. I had a leader walk away from my team, a few months back, and I was flooded with so many emotions. I was scared. I was nervous. I was hurt. I was scared for my business. I was scared for just everything. Those emotions that you feel when something like that happens. And I'll never lie. I'll always be transparent. I had someone leave our team, and I was so scared, but I stayed consistent. I know what I have my hands on. I'm an open-minded person, but I'm not easily influenced. Okay. I know what I have my hands on. And so I love her still, and I blessed her out. And I felt those feelings and I kept moving. And since then we've signed, I signed Haley Lackey, who's about to go, or Haley Gaines, who's about to go 12K this month. Sarah Gill's about to go 12K. We've got Trisha about to go 12K. Ashley, 4K. Ashley just hit 12K again. Like, you guys, you will not lose something and then not have it be replaced with better. You just have to be there when it does. It's always going to go like this, okay? But it'll always come back up, and whatever's taken away, whether it be a customer or someone leaves or you lose your rank or like shit happens, right? Because it does. You'll always be rewarded by more growth if you see it through. You will. Ashley had lost her rank. She had customers cancel. People had left. She was in a space. I mean, she was like discouraged, felt stuck, but she kept going, and she showed up daily, and now she's flourished, and I'm so proud, and I love you so much.
One thing I learned, one last thing, and I posted it the other day, and a lot of you guys noticed it. Some of you guys even shared it. If you are just starting out, don't expect people that you know to be your first customers. A stranger will support you so much faster than somebody that you know, especially somebody that you grew up with. It actually, my post hit people so hard that people in my family were coming to me and being like, I'm sorry that I don't support you. It's not that I don't like believe that you can do it or don't believe in your products. I don't want to use them right now. So they are seeing it. My mom took a while to start buying from me, and now she is like gung ho. She comes to my house and steals my products. And she's like, I ran out of this. I need it. Like,
a customer will become a friend quicker than a friend will become a customer.
yes.
So
Yes.
true. Thank you so much, Ashley. I appreciate you for being on. Thank you for everyone that got on. Hopefully you got some value out of this. It is recorded and it will be uploaded. I think under the post in the Dream Team page. So thank you guys for getting on. Have a happy, it's not Tuesday, it is Monday. Good night, everybody. This freaking daylight savings is killing me. I'll talk to y'all later.
See ya.
Bye.